Hello everyone, we're going to be starting up here very shortly. Hello, and welcome to the stream. We are streaming at a different time than I normally do. But I think we can, do what we're going to do. I do want to do a little rock mining today, as the stream title should allude to. So we're going to do the typical rock mining setup that I like to do. We do have a little errand we could run first. If we really wanted to do something different. I do have a work order that I would like to cash in at some point. But let's just go ahead and jump right into some rock mining, and then we'll see how it goes. And
welcome to the ROC vehicle retrieval system.
We can decide to jump into something else if we need to run that errand.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
We've been doing a bunch of different random things. I guess I wouldn't call them random. We have been doing some rock mining. We've been doing some box missions. And this will even out the number of box missions to rock mining missions that we've done by doing another rock mission. So a rock mining mission. Yeah, so right now I need to go pick up the rock. And I haven't really decided where we're going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw in some armor here, because I'd hate to not be prepared. Just in case we decide. And of course we're going to need a helmet. Always fun to find the helmet. I need to sell these. I need to sell some of these helmets for sure. Now I know that one will work with this suit. Since I can't find the proper one, I might just go ahead and do that. Yeah. Rather than sit here and look through all of my hundreds of helmets, which I should have one. We're not going to waste our time as I continue to look and say that I'm not going to look. That's an interesting one. I must have, but I have plenty of these white ones, so we're going to get rid of this one. There we go. Good enough, right? So we are going to jump into some rock mining. Sit back. It's going to be a lot of fun. Rock mining is always a lot of fun for me. I just love the experience of it. And as you know, I like to rock mine in the Hurston system. Kind of big on going to Magda. It just seems to be the place for me. So let's head to Hurston.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Oop. Yep, just made it. Just made it. So as always, we'll be looking for Hadnite. That's always what I mine. Let's go for the best materials. Maybe not original, but it is certainly profitable. We had some good fun in the last stream. I was using the 890 jump to do some mining with my prospector, and in the theme of the stream, it didn't go as well as I had hoped, but we had a lot of fun anyway. Almost had a guest on as well, so I'm excited. I think we're going to start doing that, bringing some more people in to kind of expand these activities to more than just me, but I enjoy doing these streams, and I don't always want to have to count on scheduling the streams around, you know, someone else who may not be available. But we'll bring some people in at some point, so you don't have to just listen to me. Let's hit Walla. Magda. I keep saying Walla. I get Walla and Magda mixed up almost 100% of the time. So my apologies. We're going to go to Magda. Magda is a great moon to mine. And it's just one of those ones where it's not often seen as the best, so people kind of ignore it. But I really enjoy mining here. It is not as hot as Ariel or Aberdeen. And I think it runs a little bit. I want to say it's almost a tie now between my experiences mining here and Daymar. Everyone loves Daymar. No hot suit required. That in and of itself is, you know, worth checking out those locations where you get some good rock mining in, but you don't have to worry about getting a hot suit. Let's kick up speed here, and we'll bring her in and pick up a rock to do some mining. It's good that we're in the daylight today. That's always a good sign. So I may just head out from here instead of jumping around, so we can get right into some mining. That's the game plan for now. Oh, look at that! There's some diamonds right there. Let's hope that's a good sign. Shut that down. We don't need that noise. And of course, while we're here, we might do a little looting. I mean, we could always use some more helmets, right? Got way too many helmets. I do fully intend to sell those helmets, but I just, I keep them, and I think, I'm going to need them one day. And anyone I've ever known to hoard something has always said the same exact thing. I'm going to do something with that scrap of paper, so I don't want to get rid of it. So, yeah. That's me and helmets. Well, no loot boxes here, but that's okay, because we've come here for another purpose.
Welcome to the ROC vehicle retrieval system.
And I'm sure this is
Your insurance claim has been sent.
in another ship, but that's okay. Now, I could pull both, but I'm not going to.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Goodbye.
Oh, what a beautiful day here on Magda. Yeah, I just got to keep saying its name over and over again, right? Then eventually I'll get that I'm on Magda, not Walla. Magda has some beautiful colors. It has this pinkish hue, and then this kind of cyan mountaintops, and there's some regions of cyan. So while we're here and we're in a vehicle, I'm just going to pop in real quick. Let's head to this. Just see what we got. Because I can't stop looting. Always be looting, especially if you're not sure what kind of profit we're going to get today from our mining missions, so we can kind of hedge our bets. Oh no. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. So let's just see what we got. Because I definitely need some sustenance. Oh, look, I do have some previous loot items that I forgot to collect. So that happens sometimes. So that's kind of another reason why I like to check. I'm not going to be out that long, so I don't think we're going to need too much in way of sustenance, but it's always handy to have some. That's a white box over there. I think we have enough. We'll leave that for the next person. But if we find a red box, we're not leaving that. And since we're here and we didn't fall down those stairs, we'll run up these ones. See what we can get. There are some high winds kicking me out as I enter the airlock, and I do think that is a little overkill. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get excited. Now, I am excited. I like it when I can get some more helmets. No, that core armor, that's nice to have. You know, even if you don't like what you loot, you can sell it and buy stuff that you do. So, you know, why not? I know some people may think that they're too good to loot. It's beneath them. Ooh. Oofda. Alright. The wind is kicking up. So we've done that one. I am going to jump in the rock, even though it's just a few feet over there, because this is getting really slow. So the rock was already something worth pulling out there for this, just to get me through these buildings. Yeah, it's amazing how impactful the wind is. I think they need to kind of dial that down a little bit. I really hope that they do, because, you know, I have been in windstorms on more than one occasion. And I have never been even close to being knocked over. And yes, it does happen. But, you know, when that kind of thing happens, it's rare. Also, a little physics here. You know, if you're in a low atmosphere relative to Earth, you can have your windstorms, but they will not knock you over like they would on Earth. That's kind of a common misconception. Thinner atmosphere, lower gravity means thinner air. Now did I was gonna say, did I forget where I parked? I did not. I did not forget where I parked. Okay. Well. And that was just what I was gonna say. You know, maybe a little dial down on that too, as long as you're in there under the hood working on the physics. A little knob like that isn't really gonna knock a rock around like that. But hey, we can suspend our disbelief for just a moment, and we don't always have to spend our time complaining, do we? Kind of feel like I've taken on a little bit of a Bob Ross approach to this stream. Just nice, casual, calm, collective voice you can listen to while you make your breakfast. Alright, we'll pull this guy in, and then I do want to make sure I do not forget to get my loot. So we'll do that, and then we'll head out and break some rocks. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? I'm sorry, I'm never going to get over how cool the scenery is here, and that's one of the reasons why I love rock mining. I think it's just you're just kind of out there a little bit more. You know, it's similar to if you happen to ride a motorcycle versus driving a car. It's a night and day experience. You're out and you're in the elements. You're part of the environment more. The vehicle doesn't get in the way as much as a car does, which is designed to keep you out of the elements, to keep you boxed in and safe, of course. But it's all about removing the sounds and removing the wind and the rain and all those other negative things, of course. But when you're on a motorcycle, you know, sort of experience the environment. And some would say that's a big part of the enjoyment. Well, with rock mining, it's kind of the same thing. Okay, so now
Landing gear raised.
I want to pick, I think, a westward direction. Because that should keep us ahead of the sun. And as always, I'm just gonna let her cruise for a little bit. We can maybe we can listen to a little music while we head in this direction. It's a good time for me to tell you my name is Yentra. I really do appreciate you checking out this stream. Let's enjoy the music as we fly to safety. Okay, I think we're kind of getting far enough out here we can start scanning. So let's do that. Got my ping angle set to 179. And so anything that kind of pops up now, We can go check that 4,000 one out here real quick. It's right there. Let's see what we get. Yeah, it looks like a gem. And I know that, by the way, because it hasn't converted from a box. So as you approach it, and it remains a box, especially under 1,000, that's going to be a gem. And now that it's this star node or star gem, dem thing, then it converts to a gem for final confirmation. But you can know that it's a gem because it hasn't really converted. Now there's only one here, but since it's our first go, we're going to take a peek at it and see what exactly we're looking at. Mass 0.84, and we're looking at Dolvine. So that mass on the left, 0.84, is what I would say is the fairly standard mass for a gemstone. If it's smaller than that, then that's going to be a hand mineable. If it's much smaller than that, you might see masses like 0.6 in that vicinity, but we're looking for 0.84 in mass. So we'll return to our scanning. Looks like another gem right over there. Ooh, some flashing going on. And it looks like there's a gem straight ahead of this, so we're going to have a couple of opportunities here to see if we get anything good. Now this is a 2 pair, that's good. At this point in the game, yeah, I'll stop for a 2 pair if it's Hadnite. I'll stop for a 2 pair. Again, mass 0.84, and that's Dolvine, which is not fine. So we're going to skip that puppy. And we're going to go check this this next box. And again, see, it's just remaining a box. So I know, yeah, it's gem, right? It's going to be a gem. And this looks like 3 or 4. Maybe more than that even, actually. Is there 4 there? At least 4. And of course I will definitely stop for this if it's Hadnite. And it is Hadnite. Not a very high percentage, but it is a cluster, so we're going to go ahead and take it.
Landing gear deployed.
So let's just land the Valkyrie here. Look at those winds. They're really, you know, kind of kicking up here. Let's just check our clearance. Yeah, it goes right into the ground. So I like to kind of pop up and fix that. I did have one incident with it wasn't in the Valkyrie, it was actually in the Mercury Star Runner, where I just left it like that, and unfortunately I kicked the engines off, and then I tried to take off at one point, and it blew up the ship. I know that's not supposed to happen. But ever since then, I just kind of play it cautious with my landing. We got time to make things easier on ourselves in the future, so, you know, pick a good landing spot. Don't worry about what people say. Give you a little flack for taking a little extra time. I love those floating rocks. Those are always great. All right, let's break some rocks. You go through a little music on here so you don't have to sit here and listen. I usually like to break 2 at a time and then just scoop them up. Kind of give the mining laser a little rest while we do some scooping. We're in a fresh rock here, so it's good news that we found a cluster right away. So we don't have to worry about it breaking down as we scoop these things up. Again, just keep your mining laser, the extraction laser, if you will, steady. You don't need to be moving this thing around in swirls or anything like that. You're not going to scoop these things up any faster. Look at this. I'm getting a big cluster here just by leaving it right where it is. But of course, everyone has their own techniques, so if you want to move the laser around, go ahead. It's your show. I'm gonna break this one instead. I don't like that laser getting in the way of the green zone, so I can't see what's going on. So we'll crack one here, crack that left one there, and then we'll reposition the rock a little bit better. See, I don't really have to get that close to these rocks. I mean, actually, the further away can be preferable because you can see the heads-up display a little bit better. But, you know, again, you do you. I mean, you know, I'm not telling you how to rock mine, but, you know, when I watch other people do rock mining, I learn a lot just by the little things that they do, and I really do appreciate when they point those things out, you know, so that I can kind of pick up on what they're doing and what they're hoping to do, which isn't always the same thing. So that's why I do it, and, you know, hopefully I don't come off sounding too bossy. Let's scoop these up. This is looking really good. Really happy with this cluster. Let's pick up this last rock, and then we'll head back to do some scouting. And of course, the benefit of not overcharging that rock as we broke it is that these gems just kind of sit pretty. They don't fly all over the place. So I've never really had an explosion occur that caused me damage or the rock damage. I've only really ever had the situation where the rocks went everywhere. And every once in a while, even with a properly broken rock, you're going to get these little gemstone symbols popping up kind of all over the place. And if we're lucky... Oh, okay, I was just going to say, I think that one was probably going to be the one that always lands right on my ship. There seems to be kind of a bug there that I come across quite a bit. But I didn't in this one. I literally did not come into that, so that's great. That's great. You can hear that wind. Listen to that. That's great. The ship should be over here. There it is. We'll bring her in and start scouting. Now, sometimes I'll bring 2 rocks, and that's great too, but you know, kind of the problem with that is you do spend a little bit more time loading and unloading the rock that you're using because you have to be careful to not hit the other rock and all that jazz. Another good thing is just, kind of pop open global chat every once in a while just to make sure that people aren't complaining about the server or something like that. Seems pretty good. And we were heading west.
Landing gear raised.
It's northeast, so we'll just point her in the westward direction. And let's head in that direction and start scanning again. There's a 2000 over there, but I think that's going to be the one we looked at before. There's one right in front of us, so we're going to check that one out for sure. I think this one... Yeah, see, that's going to be regular rock. Whoa, jeez. There's a cluster there, isn't there? Yeah, I really wish I had a prospector when I see those things. I want to stop and land and mine that too, but that's not how this works. It's a single, it's on the side of a mountain. It's got 2 strikes against it already, but we're going to check it out anyway. Looks like there's 2 there. As I get closer, I can tell that. Now, I know people can visually check these rocks. You can kind of zoom in. I've never really been good at picking out the color for these, so I always scan. And I know that there's better ways of doing that. And kind of head straight up here. We're hitting some mountains here, and that's okay. Usually I'll just kind of blast past the mountains and get back into the flats, because I don't really like mining in mountains. It's just not, it's not very fun. But again, so that's not a rock. It is a rock. It's just not a gemstone. Got to get the terminology all set up, don't we? I feel like everyone says rock and then they mean the vehicle rock, or they mean the gemstone. Or they mean, another mineable material that you would mine in a prospector or a mole. So we gotta get our stuff together. It's a nice looking ship. In fact, that's a screenshot worthy moment. Okay, enough fooling around. There's that 3000 over there. Let's check that out. Again, it's on it's not really isn't a mountainside, I wouldn't say. Not a lot of landing opportunities over here, but we're going to check it out anyway because, that's how you find things. You look. Really should have gotten a reading on that. But you see on the left there, that max indicator, it's not all the way up. And it's still fine. Let's head back up over here and do some more scouting. And again, these mountains aren't the most ideal, so I'm going to kind of blast past. Unless I find a cluster. Like what I see so far. And it's Hadanite. That is awesome. That is great. So both of the clusters, I think I want to say that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think that was, both clusters have been Hadanite. So I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that. So we're just going to land this puppy and break another cluster. How cool is that? That's very cool.
Engines offline. Systems activated.
Now these are on a little bit of a slope. So I anticipate that they're going to be sliding down, but you know what? For this cluster, it's worth it. It's worth it, right?
Extraction mode on.
All right, let's break some rocks.
Fracturing mode on.
little trouble scooping there, so let's just see if that... oh, there we go. Now we're back to where we want to be.
Fracturing mode on. Warning. Power critical.
And these gems seem to be standing still after the break, so they're not sliding down the ridge like I thought they were going to, so that's pretty good. Be happy about that. We have a few gems kind of kicking off here, away from us, but you know, overall, not too bad. So I'm just gonna keep doing the break 2, scoop 2 for this, unless I see them start to really fly away. Then I might try to scoop them right away, try to catch them before they get too far away from me.
Fracturing mode on.
Just 3 more rocks to break. Make short work of this.
Warning. Power critical. Extraction mode on. Fracturing mode on.
We're looking at about 35 SCU here. It's pretty good. I would say we're getting close to about half of our cargo capability. And we might even be at a point where I would break here and go sell and repair the rock just to make sure. These things break down, and we wouldn't want to lose what we've got, which is probably got to be approaching 100K here, I'm guessing.
Extraction mode on.
Might spend a little time here tracking some of these rogue gemstones around here. Maybe even go grab that far one here. I'm just going to check the health. The main one is the drivetrain. You want to make sure that you're not looking bad on that one. It looks okay to me for now. I'm going to leave that one alone. I don't need to be greedy here. Okay, all right. That was a good run. And, you know, I feel pretty good about that. We might just run that out. I've said this on the other streams as well, but it bears repeating that my typical technique is to use voice attack and transport each of those gems that we just harvested into the ship, and that way if the rock breaks down we don't lose what we just mined, which is good. But I think I'm going to head to a mining station and sell off what we just got, and then we can head back out. So let's do that and then see what we made. I'm guessing we're going to be at the 100K, maybe a little over, because it was all Hadnite, and I know I could do the math, but that's kind of a ballpark guess. I haven't actually done the calculation. And we were at HEMS Han or Han, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But so that's good to know. We could bounce back to that, but we did kind of fly away from that mining station for quite a bit of time before we started scouting. But we're now back in the sun, which is another advantage of us pausing our rock mining at this point. So let's bring this in for a landing, sell some gems, and head back out. I'm not ready to call it quits quite yet. That was really quick, considering we found 2 clusters of Hadonite. And in fact, I don't think we found a single or a double of Hadonite. Everything else was Dolvine. So that's good. That's good. That's what you want, obviously. You don't want or care to mine those other materials. Dolvine, I would never mine. Aphorite, I might. I might mine that. And of course, every time I take the rock in to get repaired, it never needs it. So I know I'm being overly cautious. But you know, when it breaks down, it is such an inconvenience that, I mean, you just never want that to happen. Stuck the landing.
Engines offline.
And of course, we could do some looting if we really wanted to, too, couldn't we? People can get up and into this ship from these side doors. And we are in a place where somebody might want to jump on our ship, so we're going to be safe. Now you can sell from the actual... You can leave the rock in your ship and sell. There are a few places where that bugs out in my experience. So I tend to, in this situation, I'm always going to just check this thing in and call it a day with this one. Since it's so close, take just a minute to do this.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay. Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Oh, we will. It is a little weird that they say landing, right? It's a land vehicle. It's one of those little things that sort of calls your attention. Ooh, there's a loot box here. That is a good sign that, although people tend to forget to
To the ASOC vehicle retrieval
loot
system.
this particular vehicle or facility. Oh, that's a good sign that we can store this.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Vehicle selected.
So just swapping the rocks, why not, right? The other one's stored
Your
so I can
vehicle has been
sell.
delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
And you can see I got a different paint on this one. I didn't loot that box, by the way, but I don't need to. But it's a sign that maybe there's some loot elsewhere to be had. So we're gonna check out. We're gonna obviously sell what we just mined. Can I fit through there? Yeah. All right. Ooh. If you're guessing at home, this is your final chance to, in your mind, guess what we made mining. Again, my guess is a little over 100K. Ooh, there's a red box. There's 2 red boxes. We're going to loot those first. Build the suspense. Because I love me some looting. Even though I don't really care for anything I just picked up. Maybe this box. I will always take an undersuit. And, you know. That's pretty good. So yeah, it looks like we should check out some of the other buildings. There's our rock. Ooh, what did I say? 100K. Yeah, 106. 106. So I would say that's pretty close, right? Without actually doing the math. So, you know, if you figure that we were approaching about half cargo, you can make over 200K on a full load. And if you have the luck that we had, you know, you could do that in a couple of hours or so. That's not bad money. That's not bad money. But of course, as I've always said, disclaimer, most rock miners will tell you they're not in it for the money, and I am one of those people as well. I don't need to do this for the money. I do it for the activity. That was the shortest commute ever, but I you know, there's a lot of wind here, and that happens when you walk, you know. This is how fast I'm walking right now because of the wind. So, you know, that would have taken me twice as long. Oh, let me get in here. I know how to walk, trust me. But, you know. I'm just going to check this. Nah, let's skip that. Ooh. I saw those 2 other red boxes and I got excited. And I thought maybe, just maybe, we might have some more. Oh, now this is going to be fun. Okay. I have fallen down the stairs. There's another building over there. And yeah, just one more building, so we might as well just do it, you know. Let's spend some time for profiteering. man, this wind is really dangerous. And stairs are dangerous in Star Citizen 2, so you combine the two, and you're asking for trouble. Who said there was going to be no excitement or risk in rock mining? Just going up some stairs and you might find yourself falling down. No good? Nothing. Well, there's a white box in there. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Patience is rewarded. And we know I need some more helmets. So we're going to grab those two, add those to the collection. Yes. That's all I'm going to say. Yes. I know I could sense that. Oh, and look at that, a backpack. I could sense that you were probably like, why is he looting? Why is he looting? Now, we did okay on the loot. There are a couple of higher priced items that I really like. The Novakai helmets go for 1,500 a piece. And you can pick up a couple of those in here and add another 3,000 to your mining mission or more. You know, I've seen more than 2 of those helmets at one time. All right, let's load up the Valk and we're going to do a little more mining. Because I feel like it, and with a fresh rock, I think we can. Now, some may have argued, "Hey, I should have risked looking for." I mean, we were finding clusters. Why didn't I stay out there and continue to mine? We were doing really well, and the answer to that is. I just don't trust the rock. I love it for what it does, but this thing, she likes to break down. And when she does, you're in a lot of trouble. So I always play this game with that in mind, and I know that's not exciting. Some people might find that boring, but you know, it's just not fun. Eek. That was a... It's just not fun, you know, when you have to, like, move these gemstones around. It's just... There are better things to do. I'm going to do a quick food and drink. Because I have to move some things to the vehicle anyway. Checking. Okay, good. I mean, imagine doing this 1,000 times. That's what it would be. That's what it would be like if your rock breaks down. You have to put all of that into your backpack in patches, and that's just not fun. I need to drink and eat. You see the animation just isn't working, but I am getting rehydrated, so... I'll leave that there. Let's good. And we'll grab our helmet. And we'll be good to go. All right, so let's head back out. And I might just do what I did last time. If we're still in the sun, I might just kind of head west from here. Get some distance between us and the mining station. And do a little more scouting. I think we'll scout for a little bit longer. And then we can wrap this stream up after that.
Landing gear raised.
Okay, we know the drill. We're just gonna fly this thing out. Not even gonna bother scanning. I'm just gonna fly this out and we'll start scanning after we get some distance between us and danger. Okay, I think we're close enough, aren't we? Let's start scanning. Looks like a couple of their gems there, right? Check that out. Dovine is not fine. Let's see what we can get. I mean, you're always wondering, right? Did I just, did I wait too long? Did I just fly over 3 clusters of hadanite? Yeah, you probably did. But what you don't know won't hurt you. Yeah, that was done. Got a good feeling about this one. Okay, let's not curse it. Let's not curse it. Just think hadanite. Think hadanite. It's gonna be hadanite. We're gonna move in closer. It's gonna be hadanite. Okay, we're gonna move in closer. Hadanite likes us to get close. Doesn't want to tell us who it is till we get a little closer. It's aphorite. Oh, it's aphorite. Okay, well, that is a mineable thing. I do mine aphorite. I mean, there's so much of it. I'm just gonna, you know what? We're gonna mine this. Yes, it is not hadanite,
Landing gear deployed.
but sometimes life provides aphorite and you gotta take it. And that's what happened to us today. Did I land on a rock or something? No. Okay, good. Good. I mean, even the landing a little off the ground is fine. All right, let's crack into some rocks here, right?
Systems activating.
That was in front of us, I think. Yeah. Yes, it was. That's so cool. I'm sorry. Just the rock kicking up some dust as it's kicking through the ground. It's awesome. Okay, so we're on a fresh rock right now, so we know
Fracturing mode on. Mining mode on.
that we can break these.
Extraction mode on.
Ah.
Fracturing mode on.
All right, let's break some rocks. And just for comparison, we may And we may we'll see what we have here.
Power critical.
And we may run back and sell these and call it. Because this is going to be a big break for us. Assuming I don't explode the rock. But yeah, let's check this out. We'll see what the SCU is here after breaking all these rocks. Let's see what we get. It's going to be less than at night, for sure. It's half the value, I believe.
Warning. Power critical. Warning. Power critical. Extraction mode on. Fracturing mode on. Warning. Power critical. Warning. Power critical. Warning. Power critical.
This one's a bit tricky. Just want to stay in the green and get a little desyncing happening here, and this happens every once in a while. But each of these rocks do break differently, and so you kind of have to adjust. It's breaking hadanite actually, which is, I think, the easiest of the three types of gemstones to break. Ironically, the most profitable. And Dolvine is just a pain to break, which makes it even more of a reason to not break it. I will only break that when I want to practice breaking, because I feel like I'm a little rusty or something. I might actually pick Dolvine and break it just for practice, because that is honestly, I mine Quantanium, and that is a difficult, very difficult to mine. And I think Dolvine is actually harder than Quantanium, so it's good practice. But beyond that, worthless. And a complete waste of your time.
Fracturing mode on. Warning. Power critical. Warning. Power critical. Extraction mode on.
It's going pretty well so far. Clusters are the best because you can just sit here and do the business of mining. Which, as I've said many times before, that's one of the reasons why I like rock mining versus rocking out a prospector. Or mining in my prospector. It's just because I'm doing so much more mining instead of flying around, which is fun too, but I'd rather be breaking rocks or doing some activity.
Fracturing mode on.
Trying to find a good sweet spot here so I don't have to move. This is going to be problematic. I can't see anything there, so let's try that. There we go. That's a bit better.
Warning. Power critical. Warning. Power critical.
I got distracted by that zero payment rescue beacon. I read it and immediately went into the red. That's why I don't talk too much while I'm actually in the mining mode, because I like to focus. So I want to say that I didn't really pay attention, but I think we were kind of at 30 plus SCUs. I think we were closer to half than we are now. So it's not going to be a one-to-one comparison, but you're going to see there's not much money here in the Aphorite game, but this is a cluster. So, you could, and you're not bound to, one gem. You can mine Hadanite after this. So even if I were, really just trying to concentrate on Hadanite, I probably would break this
Fracturing mode on.
because it would be well worth it, especially if I was offloading my cargo onto my ship. I wouldn't care about the capacity limitations of the rock, right? I would just mine everything except for Dolvine.
Warning, power critical. Warning, power critical. Warning, power critical. Warning, power critical.
And then you do something like that. Well, now you see what happens with an overcharge.
Extraction mode on.
It's not fun to collect these things, to drive around and collect them. But, it's part of the game. And it's not terrible. It's just a little extra work. And so we're going to scoop these up as best we can so we don't lose any of our profit.
Fracturing mode on. Extraction mode. Extraction mode on.
So that wasn't too bad. Just that one overcharge. But you know, that's not too bad, considering. I think we're very close to the. I thought we were in the high 30s. And we are at 35. So I think we're pretty close. Now look at that. You can see Hurston in the night sky. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So we're going to turn this in. And what we got. So, you know, logic dictates that we'll be about half what we made with the Haddonite, because we had roughly the same amount. But I think we're going to be a little shy, so my guess is 45,000. Just a guess.
Landing gear raised.
So we'll see. I think it's going to be about 45. Which, you know, isn't too bad for, I don't know, was that 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so? That's about, you know, that's what a box mission runs you in terms of time. So it's not too bad if you think about it from that perspective. Another screenshot. I'm just going to keep doing them because they're fun to do. All right, let's just see what we have. And sell these off and see what we get.
Quantum drive is now on.
It's a good time to mention that I do run a Discord server called Know Nothings. The link for that Discord server is in the description of this video and all the streams that I do. I would very much appreciate you checking that out, becoming a member. There's no obligation, obviously. We're doing some giveaways. We are giving away 100 Alpha UEC. I'm sorry, 1 million, not 100. We are going to be giving away a Drake Mule. And we're going to be giving away your choice of color of a Zeus suit. That's a subscriber item. And it comes in gray, orange, or white. And I have the white. But you can have your choice of any color that I mentioned. And we're going to be trying to do monthly giveaways. We also do a bunch of events, ROC Mining events, box mission events, everything that you see here on stream. And we may combine our two worlds and do
Landing gear deployed.
and do both, because the more the merrier. And if you want a chance to be on the stream, we may have an opportunity for you to join in and be part of this stream and part of the fun here. I love that sound. When you come down, do a bit of a hard landing, it makes this great sound to remind you that, hey, you came in a little hot there on that landing, Yentra. You didn't think I was just going to leave that there, did you? Oh no. I run a clean ship, my friend. A clean ship. And by the way... Okay. Okay. But I don't want to do that. I want to do a rescue beacon. Oh. Okay. That's unusual. Right? Does that happen very often? Has that happened to anyone else? I don't have a med pen. My health is 100%. Okay, well that was weird. That was very weird. But I'm gonna take that as I just returned to the living. Okay, that was weird. Let's just pretend that didn't even happen, right? I mean, I came back from the dead, which is, I mean, come on. I'm sure you're watching other streams. But do they do that on other streams? Probably not. I just came back from the dead, my friend. I literally died there. I was incapacitated. Okay, let's be accurate. But that was weird. I'm not going to lie. I did not anticipate that. And I didn't even have any health issues as a result of that. 53. So I was off. Yeah. By 8,000. Just about almost 9,000 off. So we made a lot more than I expected from that one cluster. And so we made 100 and what was that? A little over 100 and 50. So 150 in a couple of hours. It makes me want to make sure that I have a med pen, and I don't see them. I always see them here, but no, not this time. But that's okay, because we did all right today. We made some money. We found some good clusters of hadanite and a couple of good clusters, a really good cluster of aphrite. I mean, quite honestly, we could have but that just goes to show you that this is a good place to mine. And also, you know, just I point this out, oftentimes I'll point this out, but, you know, you're really in a good spot in the Hurston system because you have Magda, which is where I would start to mine. And if I struck out there, I'd put on the hot suit and go to Aberdeen or Ariel, depending on how I felt. And sometimes I'll mine all 3 of these moons, and between the 3 of them, you almost always come up with something. But I have to say, you know, in my recent experiences between the 3, Magda is just a really good place to go. And you saw why today. So I'm glad you got to see some success. I'm glad you got to see us, you know, make a little money. And we didn't spend that much time scouting. And we didn't spend that much time mining either. It was kind of a good balance there. So I'm really happy about that. And like I said, I think we're going to wrap this up and call it a stream. I mean, I came back from the dead, so I don't know how you end on a higher note than that as I continue to press my luck with the loot button. Because I can't help myself. Oh, we were already in here. We were already in here. And we already checked that box out, so I'm now repeating myself. Okay. Look at that. That's cool. All right, let's head over here. I am half tempted to take out a cyclone and climb that mountain over there, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Relax. Let's get the Valk in the picture here if I can. Yeah. One last final screenshot. And I'm going to say my goodbyes. It's been a lot of fun here. This isn't a regularly scheduled stream. I've been kind of checking out a few settings and getting the stream kind of dialed in. And I just wanted to stream tonight to kind of check everything out. And I'm really happy with how things have been going on that front. But I'd love to hear your feedback. If you have any suggestions about how I can make this stream better for you, I will be all ears. Because I'm very interested in continuing to do some streaming for everyone, and really hope we can build up a community on Discord. And, you know, I'd love to play Star Citizen with some more people. So this would be a great way for you and I to connect and to play the game together that we love so much. So once again, I really want to thank you for being here, and we will see you in the next one. My name is Yentra, and hope you guys have a great day, night, evening, weekend, weekday, whenever you're watching this. All right, we'll catch you in the next one.
He don't want love, love, love. He just wanna fuck.